All right, we're live, it says. So, welcome everybody. And we may have a couple, well, we know we're going to have a couple people coming in late, but we'll try to keep an eye out for people. But it's us three, the coolest three right now. So,
That's right. That's right.
everybody in the chat, hello. And I'm going to just go through and say hi real quick. There's Monica, and there's Sam, Jenny Lynn, Sky Dancer, Dennis Christensen, Lady Rorschach, Aqua Gardens Inn, welcome again. Hello, Sky Dancer.
Oh no, Patty said she didn't get a notification or anything.
That sucks. Hey,
Is she on
Patty.
the list?
Yeah. Check your which bell it's on, because I've heard that lately, like several times this week. Hey, Stephen. Hey, Melvin. Yeah, that sucks when you're waiting on something to give you a notification and it doesn't. So, but anyway, our topic tonight is we have the panel tonight. We don't have a guest. We like to change it up sometimes. And if you guys in the chat have a guest that you would like to see come on, don't hesitate to ask. I can ask them. I can't guarantee. But also just want to do a shameless plug for our Reptiles group. All three of us are a part of that anyway that are here right now. So that's on Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. We switched the time 1 or 2 weeks just for another reason, and that didn't pan out. So we went back to 7:30 now for good. And we're going to have the Geeky Gecko back on. Frank, he was
part 2.
Part 2. He'll be on next Friday. Already got him scheduled. The links are up, everything. So check him out. And he's going to not just do geckos, but some other things too. If I could remember what, I would tell you. But he gave me a choice of like 7 or 8, and I picked 3 or 4.
Cool.
So we'll see. But anyway, so we'll see you back Friday for sure for that. But yeah, so our topic is, what do you like best about the hobby? What makes it all worth it? You know, why do you do it? So, Mike, I'm going to pick on you first because you always talk so much.
I talked a lot last night.
I know you did. I was talking to those 2 puppies. I had to go pick them up at the vet, and they wouldn't let me up. So
it's funny. I picked a topic that only Mike had words for.
To snake or not to snake?
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose.
No, it was a great stream. So
it was. You all did an awesome job. I went back and watched it. I started watching it, and then I got interrupted, so I started it over and watched the whole thing. I enjoyed it. So what do you like about keeping fish, Mike? Fish hobby.
I had been keeping fish for over 50 years. I think it was a lot to do with the beauty of the fish, but it was also something to have that you had to be responsible for and take care of. So that was always fun. So
you mean it gave you it gave you something to keep you focused, or
I think focused, maybe a sense of purpose.
Yeah, something needed you, depending on you.
Right.
Cool.
And I'd probably still have 20 some tanks if my health hadn't given out on me. So,
well, you've had 50 years of it, of keeping a lot of fish, and a lot of people won't be able to do that. That's for sure. So
yeah,
you've got a lot of experience. I bet a lot of good memories. I still think of like a certain little fish. And even when I was a kid, I think of fish that I had back then. So sticks with you for sure.
You know, and as a side note of that, keeping fish that long, I have dealt with the same LFS guy for those 50 years. And we were just talking about that the other day, that how long we have known each other and become really good friends. So
It's awesome. You both had to be teenagers.
yeah,
Yes. Wow.
he's he needs to retire, but he can't. He just can't do it. He was almost ready to before the pandemic hit. And he got so busy after the pandemic started that, you know, he couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet a lot of people are in that position. You know it.
So I feel very fortunate dealing with the same LFS for over 50 years. So
That's pretty cool.
That is.
he's very old school pet shop. Which I like.
Well, I'd say you trust him if you've been going there that long.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the comments and highlighting them that people are making about it. Well, now that you're not keeping as many tanks and as many fish, what do you do with what that did for you? Do you have you been able to superimpose that? I guess is the word I'm not looking for, but to transfer that to the reptiles?
I wouldn't say superimpose. My reptiles, I am basically going the same pace that I had been.
So it didn't take any of the physical effort off of you?
Well, you know, keeping reptiles to begin with take a lot of the physical work away from you. So, you know, you're only feeding animals like snakes, especially once a week.
Right.
Other than that, it's just keeping them clean and fresh water and cleaning their cage out once in a while.
Right.
But you can actually sit back and watch and enjoy them without putting all that work into it.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. And I'm trying to keep a balance so that I'm doing about the same time that I was doing and not doing any more. So it's a slow conversion, but it's a real conversion. Melvin says there that he would have a request for a guest. And did you say below there?
Yeah, I said the turtle girl.
I would have that same request because I think she's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think, haven't we tried?
I can't remember. Was that who Pam was going to ask or did ask? Or
I think she did. I think she was asking, or she did ask.
and that would be for reptiles. So yeah, definitely we'll go back and revisit that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to have her.
I have found one thing that helps me when I approach somebody to guest on there is I send the link to the playlist too. Because everybody is loving our show.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm in the hobby because it's, let's see, Melvin said, let me do a couple from the chat here. Melvin says he's in the hobby because it's in my blood, because of my grandfather. It helps with my anxiety and stress. So many people say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can relate to that for sure. Of course. Hey, Stephanie, she's lurking and working. So she's doing her nursey stuff. I talked to her a while ago, her nursey things. So she's busy too. She's telling me some of the stuff she's got going. She's busy. And there's the Turtle Girls link. Thanks, Sam. Reptiles is a lot of fun. Thank you, Jenny Lynn.
Thank you, Jenny Lynn. We're having fun doing it.
We really
yeah.
are. We really are. We've had
It's
a couple of.
We haven't had a bad show yet.
Let's see. Mike, Monica said, "Where's his pet shop?" I think she's talking about the name of your fish keeper.
I am in Salina, Kansas, and the name of the pet shop is Pet Life by Roberts.
Pet Life by Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that name. Cool. All right. Anybody see any other comments about why they keep fish? Thinking of getting into frogs. Stephen Truthseeker says,
Yep.
And lizards. Okay, there you go.
Nice, Stephen.
That is nice. There's so many people that like you never think about people keeping fresh water, but I was really amazed when I decided to do it. Almost 4 years ago. I don't know. But I was surprised at people that kept saltwater candy. I mean, she never mentioned it, but lots and lots of people keep saltwater. They just, they don't talk about it in the fish fam much, or if at all, because it's pretty much fresh water. And the same with reptiles. We're finding that a lot of people have reptiles that we didn't know about. So
I think I even said it in the stream last night. That has probably been the most amazing thing so far as how many in the fish fam are into reptiles one way or the other. It's been such a surprise. So
you did say that. Jenny Lynn says, not to mention all the wonderful people I've come in contact with, fish fam and reptile hobbies. So
yep.
And you're one of those people, Jenny Lynn. We'll have to get
Absolutely.
a comment from her. Exactly. All right, Susie. I know you're chomping at the bit, so she's enjoying relaxing for a
I am absolutely. I'm like kicking back, like this is great. So what do I like about the hobby? There's so many things. First of all, I'm going to speak for me, and I'm not talking about anybody else. I would never use slang with anybody else, but I'm kind of crazy emotionally and mentally. I got some issues, right? And not only with the anxiety, but also with the addiction that's led me down a very dark road my whole life. And finding something interesting to do with my brain and my hands that does not hurt me and other people has been a long quest since I got into recovery. And then when I thought, okay, fish, whatever, like guppies, that's all I could think of. And when I started to learn and realize the more I learn, the more I don't know, the more that I need to learn, like it became a huge rabbit hole of so much to learn, so much to do, so many fish out there. And then I think Jenny Lynn hit on it. And in my learning and in my sharing of my experience, I got to meet these amazing people. And it's literally, if I can keep my mind busy learning, like active, I guess, what do you call it when you do that? Entertain the animals?
Yeah, I can never remember the word.
I need the same thing. If I get bored, I get in trouble. So this has been an amazing hobby because it is so deep. And the deeper you go, the more you don't know, like the more that's out there. There's so many levels. And it's also a hobby that if you just like pretty shiny fish, it's a perfect hobby for that level as well. So it's like good for every level, any level. You can get as into it as you want, or you can get a tank that's set it and forget it kind of tank. But for me, getting into it, understanding where they're coming from, how are they capturing these fish? Like, how are they getting them out of the wild when they do get them out of the wild? How are they breeding them? opened up a whole new world, and the people have been amazing. And I think that's a big difference because I also have saltwater and brackish. But it seems to me, because the freshwater fish fam community is such a tight knit, ever supportive community that it's like, what did I stumble into? Like, this is absolutely amazing. And it's not just on YouTube. It's also with my Bucks County Aquarium Society in the Jersey. Like, it's the fish fam. From whether it's virtual or in person, they're just, I find, to be very great people and very motivating. So that's one of the main things. I wouldn't say that's what I enjoy the most, but that's the most beneficial. That it's helped me with the stress, it's helped me with the anxiety, it's helped me with keeping my mind and hands busy. It's helped me care for other things because after 4 kids grow up and leave, you're like, do I have a purpose? Like he was saying on this plane, and it's pretty exciting. So, but I would think one of the favorite things I like to do is after all the fish tanks are clean and water's changed, is just sit in a room with all my animals, whether they're swimming or climbing, whatever. It's like, wow, this is freaking amazing. This is amazing. Like, it's just, that's one of the biggest benefits I get out of it.
Yeah, I agree. Bentley says, what do I love the most about the hobby? The people. We have so many wonderful people.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Very true.
Raise the roof, y'all. Okay, Melvin said talking about aquascaping, got deeper and deeper into the hobby, my vision and imagination. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the stuff you've done, Melvin, very creative stuff, and could see a lot of thought went into that, and the themes and stuff. It's cool. Paul also met some awesome people. Fishy people are the best kind of people. They really are. They really are. And we're finding out that with reptile people too. We're finding that people are really, really, they look out for each other, and they're very helpful. And every speaker we've had has been very free with their advice if asked.
With their knowledge and their experience. Yeah.
Yeah. And Mike and Susie and me definitely are fairly new, just a few years into reptiles, I believe. So this is very exciting for us to have all these people come in and talk. We try to keep a balance, of people that might be interested in getting into reptiles or have just got into them, but we also, like when we have an expert to find out some more in-depth stuff. So it's a great balance there. What'd you laugh at, Mike?
Jenny Lynn's comment summed it all up.
Exactly. Currently sitting here with my ball python on my lap, watching the fish swim in their tanks and the leopard gecko catching crickets. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's such a great.
Yeah. Very true. Oh, that's great, Sam. Sam came from the dark side. Pam pulled him over here. You know that. Literally. Literally.
Yeah. We're kind of trying to rethink that too, Sam. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, he knows. He's came in and made so many friends and been a huge help to all of our channels, really. So
Yeah.
Trying to keep an eye out for Ed. That's why I keep looking, because it's that little bitty guest thing down there. Well, let's see. I can tell you what I like about it. I guess if I think about it, what I like most is kind of what you both said, that it's kind of a feeling of contentment. I don't let it stress me out when I see a snake has pooped. I just know that I'm going to be coming around in a couple of hours, and some of that may be the old nurse. You just prioritize things, and so somebody pooped. That's okay. There's whatever many snakes now, so somebody else might poop before I get around. But just like a feeling of contentment that you've done a good job and everybody's tucked in and everybody's where they should be and that they're happy. And except the snake I've still got loose. It's still out there somewhere. Um, but yeah, it's just a feeling of not even a job well done. It's just, a contented feeling that you knew what to do and you did it and you did a good job and you enjoyed it. And I get a lot of pleasure out of that. Just knowing that my snakes have, my fish have, that, they have what they need. And beyond that, if I can, so.
I was going to ask you, Bob, do you think it goes back to your nursing career too?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, having patience, because I always have patience at the ARC, and the medical director we've got now was a volunteer there several years ago, and now she's gone to vet school, and she's not my boss, but that's who I turn to if I have a medical question. But she knows I was a nurse, and she saw how we did things when I was there, and the same things that animals have, people have, and so when to call the vet, when not to call the vet, and that kind of stuff. So definitely, it's being a nurse. I've never stopped doing that. It's only been 6 years, I guess now, but I never stopped doing it because I always have a patient, some kind of animal, one of my pets, or one of my fish or snakes or something going on, or the ARC. So yeah, definitely, it makes me feel like I know what I'm doing most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't, it's a good learning experience for me. So, yeah. We have a cat that scratched another cat over there on the ear, and it really upset the volunteer, and it wasn't a deep scratch. But that same cat had kind of smacked my hand when I was petting him. He's a new cat, and he's got a barb on his claw, and you know how those are. They hook onto something, they can't get it loose. So he did that to my thumb, and so it was the same cat. So I knew that's what had happened. He had swatted, and it had barbed her. He didn't mean to scratch her, so they were worried about it. And of course, that area bleeds easily, and so I told him to get some peroxide and dilute it half strength and dab it with a cotton ball. And so I had to explain the half strength, or it would burn the wound and, it wouldn't heal properly. And that, so the little things like that, it's good to know them, and not have to bother the vet. And that was 3 days ago, and the scab's already ready to pop off. It's doing fine. So. All right.
Those two new puppies over there are just adorable.
I took those puppies in. They are adorable. They're one of them's dad is a min pin, and their mother is a Chihuahua. But the one with the min pin was born without a tail and longer legs, and that's the little black one, the little girl, Sunshine, and the little boy is Oreo. He's a tricolor, black and white with some brown, and he's Jack Russell. That he's got big ears and a long tail, so they are so cute. But yeah, I had been to pick them up at the vet, and they were still kind of woozy from being spayed and neutered and all that. So I hated just to throw them in a kennel and leave them, when they were doing their evening stuff closing up. I wasn't even really scheduled to be there, but once they're through with surgery, they're ready to go. So that's why they were laying on me, and I was like, nah, it'll be fine. They'll be fine without me. I'll just sit here and let these babies sleep, they'll be fine. Yeah, they're cuties.
So we got a Pennsylvania fish and tanks in the house. I'm Pennsylvania. That's interesting.
I have seen Pennsylvania fish and tanks before.
Yeah, I think he's got about 500 subscribers. Is that about right? So check him out. Check out his channel.
Yeah, if anybody wants to post his link. There's Mike's merch too. I've been watching
Mike's merch.
That's I was expecting it, and I took a pretty big hit on subscribers when I announced I was shutting down my aquariums.
Oh yeah.
I think I totally expected it. No hard feelings for anybody.
Right.
But making the climb back, I think I'm back to 447. So.
Oh, good. And I think the reptiles will help build your channel with the people that will be more interested in your content.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, I had the similar thing when I changed my channel name to reptiles, and so I mean, it literally just stopped. Nothing was going on at all. So I came back and made it exotics, and I didn't see any change. So I thought, well, what the hell? I'm just going to do reptiles, what I wanted to start with. So
Yep.
so I just went back, and I'm actually down, I think, 4 subscribers the last 28 days, but that's fine. I've got 2,400, something like that. You
Yeah.
know? And that's not why I'm doing it anyway.
Right.
Everybody likes to have a good audience, but I'm doing what I want to do. So,
Yep.
Isn't it great when you do what you want to do and enjoy life?
Hmm.
yeah.
That's the same with my channel.
I wish
That's the way
somebody had told me that when I was younger.
way my channel has always been from the very beginning. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm having fun doing it. So
The reptiles for me are just, and it's new to me, see, just a few years, so it's so much more exciting in a sense to do videos about them. But 90-something% of the people that watch my channels are fish people. So I do put in fish videos every now and then. I did like a species profile on several the other day, and it was so easy because I've kept them for 30 years, so.
And you got to keep going with the dogs and the cats because that's a big hit.
Yeah.
PA Fish and Tank says he has fish and reptiles and work with snakes too. So
Oh, good.
very cool.
I don't work
We
with.
might need to have him come on reptiles,
Have to check out his channel.
right?
Hey, Larry D.
Larry D.
Larry D, what's cracking? What are you eating hot? Anything hot and spicy?
I always think of Larry as a reptile person, but he's not, to my knowledge. But he just seems like he would be.
Doesn't he have a bearded dragon?
He might.
Larry, do you?
So I believe so.
Hey, Terry. Terry's Tropical
Terry,
Tanks.
tropical tanks.
He says he never does his own thing. Right?
Terry's tropical tanks.
I was just talking to Pam the other day about Terry, or saying I hadn't seen Terry in a while. I hope everything's well. I'm trying to watch for comments about why, Larry, what do you like about the hobby? What's your favorite thing about keeping your fish? Put him on the spot. Definitely benefit from the sense of community, the ability to provide enriching. That's the word you wanted to say.
Enrichment, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And acquire knowledge, and even the maintenance. Yeah, the maintenance too. I especially with the fish, I am more comfortable with the maintenance because I know what to look for. And even just put my hand in the water, I don't have to look at the heater or the thermometer. Just having my hand in there, vacuuming or doing something, so it just saves time.
And the nose helps tell. I can tell if one of my tanks isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
Like they shouldn't be smelling; they should just smell regular.
That's how I always filled my tanks back up after doing water changes. Just run the water over my fingertip. Yeah, and I was always within 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Stephanie says that her mom eats a gallon of hot sauce with everything.
Oh man!
Wow.
Salt and pepper is spicy enough for me, man. I was talking to Larry and his husband about it. Like, I can't go that spicy stuff. That to me, that's not a flavor. That's pain, and I cannot do that. It's like, oh no. Nope, not for me.
People have different tastes, and I guess our taste buds are different. But yeah, I don't like anything beyond medium or that kind of thing as far as sauces.
Thank you, Monica Lynn. Awesome.
Okay, I thought so. Bob Larry says he has bearded dragon and Euromastics.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Love the Euromastics. And I think he just got an axolotl.
I think he did too. Now that
Yeah.
you said that.
Yep.
I was with him when he got it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Axolotl. Yeah. Have you done videos on them, Larry? I don't remember seeing videos, especially the Euro.
The Uromastyx, I think, out of all the reptiles, is quickly becoming one of my favorites for handability, ease of care, easy to find. The color's amazing. They interact with me when I go down into the room. Like, I just love them.
I know I've told you guys before, and even like after a stream, like I've got to go and make this Euro another salad because it has to be two different kinds. He eats two salads, small ones with that. And he's over there now, like laying on his back, kicking and then digging and throwing. And he's trying to get my attention. He's just right there. Now he's looking at me really
He wants
sad.
to know why you're sitting there and he's not eating.
He's a character, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I just absolutely love them. Like, if you had to pick, not that you have to, but if you had to pick between a bearded dragon and a Uromastyx, which would you pick?
Oh, I don't know.
I would probably, for me, a Uromastyx.
Me too. Hands down.
I guess so, yeah.
Even
People
though
say-
I lost the one I had, but
People say that they several people have asked me. I hadn't done any videos on him in a while, so maybe I'll do one after this, and he'll get his attention for a while. But maybe while he's eating. But, oh man, is he kicking and having a fit? He's doubled his size, so he's feisty. But he's never been afraid. He was hand tamed when I got him. I can hold him. He eats out of my fingers and all that stuff. So. People say that theirs are scared and they run from them. So I'm really lucky that this one was
Oh,
tamed.
mine does not run. Mine come up. They're beggars and
Yeah,
they're clowns. And oh my gosh,
it's great.
Larry agrees. Uromastyx all the way.
Yeah. And I agree with what she was saying about the plants and breeding, the different breeding projects and stuff. Process of cultivating aquatic plants, prospects of breeding, the whole spectrum of fish keeping so fascinating. Yep.
I think one of my favorite things to do, it's not in my better half or on my best behalf, is create a new tank. I love to create a new aquatic garden or a new paludarium. I just love to create them. Like I'm working on this poison dart frogs. I don't have dart frogs anymore. I haven't had them for years. But I know I love their environment and building this and trying to find some as unique plant specimens as possible. I'm just having a blast with it.
Yeah, and George, speaking of that, Aquaballs, he's really been into that lately and has some amazing videos, especially with the plant part of it. And a lot of those plants he's finding it just local, like hardware, Lowe's and Home Depot, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they don't have to be expensive.
No, they don't.
That's what I was doing last night, was setting up this 20 tall tank, cleaning it because I had let it dry up, not without being cleaned. And I still have to razor blade it some. The inside it had a lot of algae, but I got it clean enough to put the snake in. So, but it only took about 15 minutes to set it up because it's dry. So I wish he would wake up so I could hold him, but I don't want to wake him up. He's the little ball python. Somebody got a two-headed hognose snake. Did y'all see that?
Oh, no.
yeah, I saw that post, but I can't remember who it was.
It was somebody like in the area or our groups or extensions of our groups. It was on Facebook. Bob names his Uromastic Pugsley. Yep, because
Oh,
that's what's
who
down.
asked what a Uromastic was? Oh, let me tell you, this is a medium-sized lizard that lives in like heated areas like North Africa, the Middle East. They are sweet. They live in the desert-like atmosphere. Oh my gosh. They look very similar to bearded dragons, but a little bit smaller, very prehistoric. They don't eat bugs. They eat vegetables. See,
I'm
what
going
else did I miss here, guys?
more shit.
Bob's going to bring one up.
Now,
They are absolutely fun. They don't get water. Any liquid that's on the washed vegetables is all the water that here he is. Look at this guy.
he just got quiet, of course. He
Look
just,
at this beautiful specimen. Wow, Bob.
hey, Bubby.
Look at him. He's coming over. I love it.
Hey, Bubby.
This is a Euromastix. He is fun, interactive, soft. Look at him. He wants Bob to feed him his special food. That's so funny.
Yes. Hey, you, where's my salad?
And look, you could tell he's not starving. There's nothing undernourished on this animal.
Double size since I've had. I see looking around.
And that's what mine do. They'll stand on their hind legs and walk on their hind legs with their hands on the glass, waiting for me to feed them. They'll walk back and forth.
He's between a African house snake and a red skink. So they probably were like, "What is he? Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy."
Now, there's all different species of Euromastix. You can get the Egyptian Euromastix, which is humongous, versus this like Nigerian Euromastix, or they call it the Niger.
Lighting and focus.
There he is. There he is. Look at that face. Hi, bud.
I know. Look at him. And his tail, I can tell he's so proud of it. How big it's gotten. They're spiny-tailed lizards.
It's so easy to take care of.
Yeah. No water in there. He gets it out of his vegetables. Yep.
No water. As opposed to the bearded dragon, when they're babies, they eat like insects 2 or 3, sometimes 4 times a day. And then you got to introduce vegetables into them as they're, juveniles and get older. Then their diet switch more to the vegetables and the insects. So they're a little more work, but they're both great animals.
I bet people are saying how long they were betting how long it would be before we switched off to reptiles with us.
Can't take us anywhere.
I have sometimes, Larry, but not heavily. Like when I missed them, there's also frogs over there in that row, and ball pythons. But when I missed in other things, sometimes because he's got a screen on top, otherwise it would get way too hot in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just mist a little, and sometimes if I've just fed him and he hasn't finished his salad, I'll mist it just real lightly, to keep it wet. But no, he doesn't seem to like being misted at all. He doesn't care for that.
Mine doesn't either. But their enclosure needs to be super hot.
Yeah, not real hot.
They like that.
Super hot.
And they like their hides. They don't hide all the time, but when they go in, they want the top of their hide to be touching them so that they know they're secure. So it's a nice, tight, little low hide.
He came with his favorite hide, but he outgrew that. And so I've got him some of those strips of bark, bigger pieces in there. And I keep it warm on top too, so that he goes under there and he's still warm. But like you say, he can feel it, but he digs around.
Oh,
There's
it is a baby dinosaur.
Yeah. There's a couple of inches of sandy soil in there too for him to dig in. And
oh, look, Skipper's in the house. What's up, Skipper?
Skipper.
Holly says, "Damn it, Bob! Now I want a baby dinosaur."
Right?
Isn't that
There you go. They're not cheap, but they're not expensive either. I think I got him for like $100, and I know they cost more than that because the lady had got him at one of the pet stores last year, and he went right into brumation. So I'm surprised she was able to tame him, but he had just came out of brumation when I got him back in the start of he's trying to get back up on that.
Well, that's an ornate, right?
Yes. No, he's a oscillated.
Okay.
Oscillated. Yeah.
Yep. I have 2 orange and 1 yellow. The nicer
Ornate.
one. No, not the ornates. I would love another enclosure with the Euromaster.
He's really cool. And I tell you what, if you don't keep it like 140, 150, they go out. I mean, they just can't function. They have to have it hot
Yep.
unless they're sleeping. I found that out the hard way. I thought I'd lost him the first day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's what happened with my Euro is I couldn't get the tank hot enough.
yeah.
I hate to do it, but I keep the basking light inside the tank. It's the only way.
Yep, I do too. Yep, I do too.
He can't reach it. I mean,
Now I built 2 levels. So if they really want, they can go to the top level and get right underneath it. Or they can stay on the bottom level where it's about 140 degrees.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that will cook a person, literally.
I live by Raystown. Oh, that's one of my favorite vacation spots, Raystown, Skipper.
Raystown.
Yeah, Raystown, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful lake. They got it's just gorgeous out there. You can rent a houseboat like you rent a campsite.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Always sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know. I got to your email. Oh, okay. Nope, it's not while we were on. Skipper, do you want to come up? I don't see you backstage.
Something's wrong with my mic. It keeps skipping in and out, but
How is my sound doing? I'm the one that
great. Your sound is great.
Yeah, yours is really good tonight, Bob.
I found if I don't try to carry the camera and cover up the sound, the mic. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I do that sometimes, just sit here. And I said on Pam's stream last night, I had opened up the small enclosure before I put my the little ball python in the big tank. But it was night before last. I was sitting here looking at the phone, and I'll do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll drop the phone, and that'll wake me up, and I'll say, "Oh, I got to get up and get moving," or I'll do it 2 or 3 times. But anyway, night before last, I was sitting here, and I was watching the little snake. He was asleep. He was all balled up, and he didn't want to. I didn't bother him. I just let him. And I don't know how long I had been sitting here, but I guess I dozed and I felt something, and I did like that, and something was there, and he had stretched over like a foot and was flickering his little tongue on my face. Thank God. He woke up, and he's super tame. He comes to me, so that's weird. But thank God he came to me and didn't, get down with the cats or something.
Yeah. That's so cool.
George, I was talking about your great setups and your plants and stuff and your frog setups.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was looking for the time. I see it now.
Are we good? What time is it?
Yeah, and we've kept about 30 people in here, around 30 people the whole time.
Awesome.
So, without a guest. So
I was just looking. Q hasn't eaten yet, so.
That's so funny when you say that.
I know.
Just eating. What are you talking about?
I was like, well, she can go if she needs to, of course.
Oh, he's talking about my dream snake.
Yeah, you know I did that just to mess with
you. I know you did, and it worked.
My 2 new snakes haven't eaten, so I need to get them to eat tonight if possible.
Ah.
Do a little assisted feeding. If not, one of them's not used to frozen thawed, and one is. I can't remember now which one. I need to go back and watch my video the first day or
right
thing.
I was thinking about getting dry erase markers because I want to remember the hatch date, especially the month and year of all my reptiles and like different things about them. I just want to write it on there because I don't want to forget different stuff as years go by.
I got a whole pack of those things, and they're still in like a box, like a third tier box of things that I might need someday for my fish and reptiles. Because I never got around to writing it. I thought, ain't nobody got time for that after I got them. I need
But
to
how
see.
great would that be? Because I have to go back and watch some of my videos just to see, like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot the breeder told me this, this, and this, and this, and I'll say it during my first video, like so excited that I got
Yeah.
all this information, and then a couple of years later, I'm like, wait, what?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and watch that and figure out which is on live and which isn't, and put it on there. And that'll get me using it, at least for the reptiles. It's a good idea.
Susie is eating coffee. Got that right, Patty.
I can come up and show. Yeah, for sure. Here's somebody backstage. That's the Chattanooga Ed.
Hey there.
Hey, Ed, look at us.
I know, that's awesome. I had to put on the hat. I didn't have a shirt.
Oh, I forgot my hat.
You guys look awesome.
So, Ed,
So
what's
cool.
your favorite thing about the hobby that you like?
Well, I
Thank you.
think my favorite thing about
Oh,
that's a really hard one.
Can't see them both, can you?
I don't know what my favorite thing about reptiles is.
No. About the fish hobby.
Oh,
believe it or not, we started talking about
We did start talking about fish, but then some segued right into reptiles.
sorry, I was like rushing to get here, so I missed a lot of it. Boy, I don't know. It's really hard. I like to imagine that I'm under the water with the fish. I like to.
love that. I love that.
I like looking at the fish and just kind of dreaming that I'm there.
That's super
Wow.
cool.
That is cool.
Hey, that looks pretty cool. I decided to go with my phone instead of trying to heat up my computer to get on quicker. I hope I sound okay.
You sound
do.
fine.
It's fun.
My friend is in Chattanooga right now.
Well, thank you. You're my friend too.
This is why I love you, Ed. Right there.
Incoming.
Did you see these before, Ed?
Oh, are they Oh,
I
are they
might
cool?
not have hats, but I got coasters.
Very cool.
This one's signed by Susie Softail.
Oh, wow. Those are
There you
awesome.
go, George.
Yeah, these kind of, the, what do you call them? Neoprene.
Rubbery.
Neoprene.
George is going to show us his frog setup.
Oh, he's going to show us his cat's butt.
Yeah.
Ed, I've got to get a picture of Ladybug. She looks just like Nemo in the face. She's hiding in the bathroom, though, still. She's a wussy.
He's trying to figure out what's going on. It's not the normal setup.
Wow, they look so much alike. Watching for George. Can y'all hear that loud noise? One of my tidal pumps, like one of the 75s making a noise.
That's probably because it's down 1/8 of an inch. Oh my gosh. It's the only downside of the titles. That's the only downside.
It's not-
As soon as they
it's
get
not-
a little bit
it's
low, it goes.
Nah, it's not that kind of noise yet, and the water's up. It's just like the motor in there's turning, it's rubbing or something. I've got a backup. I always have a backup for that 180, but I might just need to clean it. Here's George, maybe. But
I
yeah,
think
they get
filters
that.
are probably one of the things I hate the most about the fish hobby is trying to keep them working.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, let's look at these from Aquaballs. Look at
Hi,
these.
George.
Hi, Dan.
George.
Thanks, George.
This is
Oh,
so
wow.
beautiful, George.
Wow.
Wow, so much.
Look at that creeping fig. That's one of my favorite terrarium plants right there.
I
you
wondered
say-
what that was.
A creeping fig?
You see it in there? That little tiny leaf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then he's got the what is that? The Berkey philodendron, bromeliads,
What do you think
peperomias.
about these?
Ooh.
This is I took my aquatic, and I made it vivarium, and I put some nice animals in there. Expensive.
That's no water in there?
No water. There's actually frogs. Expensive. Very
Oh,
Rhinatomia verderos.
wow.
Come
Is it
down.
dwarf hairgrass?
It's a flame moss.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. How often do you have to mist that?
Every other day or so.
Beautiful. Oh, my. Beautiful, beautiful.
Is that covered, George? Yeah, I see now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to keep the moisture in there.
Yeah.
Oh, the frogs won't be there anymore.
Oh.
I have
Yeah. Duh.
I have $300 worth of frog in there. They're singing too.
Woo.
My frogs are trained to stay in. You need to get with it there, buddy. Yeah, right.
There's this guy too. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 more. I set up in this smallest ones. I made this guy from Tadpole. Check him out. He
Oh, oh my
was
God,
a Tadpole.
Yeah, I
cute.
remember when you got them.
He
Him.
was like a little axolotl. I know. Look how big he's gotten.
Wow.
Wow.
He or she. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Oh, look,
He
probably
turned
not.
out beautiful.
There you go. There you go.
My
Check out
automatic
this.
mister setup. Lady R, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
What is that teeny tiny leaf green stuff on the bottom? Very
It's Monte Carlo, and these ones are Hydrocotta Japan.
yeah. Oh man,
This
I
is
love it.
a Scarlet Temple, and then there is Bacopa, and there is Nagulandra Mobolde I read, and this one is some kind of it's like almost like a Anubis, but it's not. Got 3 of them, and there's Bromeliads 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, beautiful.
This is a 10-gallon aquarium. I set it up with the foam background,
Right.
wood piece with the piece of rock right there.
And what is the substrate?
It's that ABG mix
Oh my gosh, that's great.
from Josh's Frog. And the frogs are very beautiful. I'm enjoying them every day. There's 3 of them in here. Those are called Epipavis Zarenga. Antonia Zarenga. I only see one of them is right on top. Watch. He's right there looking at us.
I see him now.
It's a beautiful red frogs. They're beautiful.
What are you putting in there? The flightless fruit flies, or
Yes, Bob. There's some already. Some in there. Some like you see little dots. There's poop. There's a springtail culture I have. I have a lot of it actually. I'm putting those in there.
I've been trying to culture my springtails over to this new snake setup, but I don't think I'm keeping it moist enough for it.
Bob, use old aqua soil if you have any in your old tank. Like take
Yeah.
a aqua soil. Look, let me show you real quick. Aqua soil.
Oh yeah.
Springtails. These are actually yeast, but there's a bunch of it in there.
Yeah.
There is. See one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought them in a clay. They came. This one I made, but they came in like this. I have thousands of springtails right now.
They're all over my frog habitat, but I just haven't been able to get them to start in the snake yet.
This one is full of springtails in there. I cannot open it; they'll fly everywhere.
I see them. Yeah.
I got like a bunch of sprinkles. Look, guys.
Awesome.
Here's the other one.
Awesome. I keep trying to get Ed to start with frogs, but he's not ready
Oh,
yet.
wait, Ed, if you can set up a tank like this, any of the smaller ones better for these species. There's this new lizards I saw. They're crazy micro lizards. They're going from $400 to $500.
Oh,
Wow.
What's his name? Our friend Supreme Gecko has it. If you guys know Supreme Gecko,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love Wally.
he
Yeah.
has them. He has them. Ask him about it. If you guys wanted to buy it, he has them. I would recommend you to the guy. He's really good at the stuff.
He has some awesome videos too about how to care for the things. So
The frogs are kind of like hiding right now. Yeah, I can show you some of them are in there. Look, but don't you jump, guy. Don't you jump.
Oh, there he is. Thanks,
Oh
Boo.
yeah.
uh,
This other one is underneath the coconut. He just came poking his head out right there.
Yep, I see him there. Yep.
uh,
And then there's a bunch of them. There's 4 of them in each tank. But the other day, just one of them went boom, 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 boom. I couldn't even put my hand. Jumped and went down underneath the thing.
Oh no, did you ever find him?
Yeah, absolutely. I tore the whole thingy upside down and got him out. I washed them. That guys are rare. Those are F1s, so they're rare already. Very like they're instinct in the wild. So we don't want to lose those.
No.
Oh, here's one of them coming over to see you guys.
Aw.
he's looking to see if you put any of those flies in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of flies. I put a lot today, and
Yeah.
they
Oh, I
ate
see some
most
on the
of them.
plant too. Yeah.
Hey, Diego.
Hey,
He's
Casada.
happy. He's hopping around.
That's so cool.
The calling. My favorite is the calling on the frogs.
Oh yes, at night.
Mhm.
Oh my dusk.
Yeah. This species make a noise like buzzing. These guys right here, the bumblebees, they make a noise like a cricket. Yeah, these guys the same thing, very low. They're very beautiful, by the way. These guys are my favorite. Blue with the orange on top, with like look like a monster sign on the back. These guys are very beautiful too. Wherever he's at.
My
Oh, he's
frogs
up there.
never sing.
Right there. I got him a female, Bob. Did I tell you, right? The
Yeah.
strawberry. Yeah. So I paid $100 for her. He's in there. You can see it right in the middle of the Bermudia.
Yeah.
He's in there. The snakes are looking good. I can show if you want, but everybody's doing good. I need to feed them tonight.
It's up to you, George. I'm going to mention real quick that our time is technically up, and Kenny went live a few minutes ago, Danican. So if anybody needs to go on over there, please go ahead. About half the people that were here left, so I'm sure they went on over there. But
All right.
if anybody here wants to stay and watch snakes, and if George wants to show them, I'm going to stay and watch them. So
Yep. You know, I'll
Well,
stay.
while Bob, the kid's in there having a video game too. I can mute it and show you if you want, if it's okay with you.
yeah,
A little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
I'll bump myself out. There I come. Oh, I'm in here twice now. Jesus. You take that one out. There we go. Susie Q's already gone.
Hey, Sandy.
Sandy's staying here. Did you talk to Pam, George? about her snake? Oh, he said he was going to mute, didn't he? That looks like a pewter lemon leopard, lesser leopard. I could guess 10 of them. I wouldn't get one right, I bet.
You got it right.
It took off.
But this is a GHI I made, one of them. Pretty one.
Genetic.
Let me show you something cool. Here's a genetic stripe. Hey, don't you bite us, lady girl. Here's a genetic stripe. Pastel. Pastel genetic stripe. Hey, guy, Braden, be quiet, please.
Oh, they don't bother us, George, unless it's bothering you.
That's a big one. Let me show you a small one.
Yeah, still. We're kind of interfering with their evening.
Here's a small one. You see it? Same snake, but smaller one.
Yeah. Did you say they were due to be fed?
Yeah, they're hungry right now. They'll strike. I can feed, but I don't think you should show.
No. That's probably why they're a little bitey, maybe.
Yeah, they're hungry. This one, my Lucy right here. They're all hungry. They want to slam like crazy rats. This one is the Pam's one, I think, right? This is the one.
Did you see, George, that I finally got a pied?
When's Pam getting her snake?
She keeps saying she's going to get the things for it, and I'm going to a Repticon again this coming weekend. I told her I'd get her some of the stuff cheap, like the lid and the hides and the heat pad and some of that.
She has it all now.
No, she hasn't got any of it yet. That's what she's waiting on. Did you hear me say I got a pied?
You got a pied finally? You know, Bob, I never work with them. I know I have them in my genetics. Like, I think I have a pied right here. I have it marked up too. See it?
Yeah.
And the only way I know he's a head pied, I have him for a long time. I actually bought him for a while ago. Hey, bud, let me just show you really quick. So you see, this is a yellow belly, and then look at the head, marking of the pied. You see the markings on there?
Yeah.
These are the pied markings. I never plug them in my females. I should. Maybe this year I'll take some heads, like try to take a female and plug it back to him. I might take him like to this one right here, supposedly het albino, but it was totally not. Because I took the no, sorry, not het albino, clown.
Who's head back? Yeah, I got a pied and I got a killer bee.
Yeah, I replaced some of the stuff that I had here. I have my. This is a head. Supposedly, I don't know what it is. I never bred it because, you know, the project went totally south with me because I bought so many het clown females, and I got my clown visual male. He's right here. He's a little feisty. I call him feisty. Hey, little guy, come here. Here's my clown male. He could be a. He's not a regular clown. He could be a pastel clown or killer clown. One of them. The regular clowns are more dark. This guy is not. So he could be either a killer clown because I see his blue eyes. So many times I got sold snakes, got debunked, meaning that it wasn't what it's supposed to be. I bred a snake. It came up to look like this. What in the world? Nobody even knows what that is. How do I have a snake look like that? I just bred two things together. That looks like 5 genes. Like here.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Here's this one. I know exactly what's going on, kinda here. I know what I put in the mama.
Your
This is
sound's
the
getting
sibling of
really
that.
sketchy, George.
Hold on.
I hear
Your
George
sound's
fine.
choppy.
My kid won't stop, buddy. I might mute it. Let me just show you the snake.
Can you show the crazy snake too? Or is it not nice?
The crazy one?
The one
What's
that
the
you
crazy?
just showed us, the one that was in the box that you just showed us briefly. That you
This?
said that the one that you said you didn't know what was in it. And you said it was a good and a bad thing. It was the last one that you just pulled out of the box. Never mind.
I don't remember.
There's a female banana I'm raising for a long time. She have never bred. She's really nice and chunky.
She is.
I might try her with another male this year. I have a lot of, this is a coral glow, say not a banana, coral glow. So look how big she is. She's a really big girl, and I can think she might have follicles building right now. She's really big. Yeah, and
Now, I was watching somebody and he said that the banana and the coral glow are the same genetic. They just
yeah,
came from a different breeder at the start.
they are and they are not. We kind of like a lot of people. I've seen the difference between the coral glow and the banana. So there is many varieties of the same thing out there in the market. They just
Yeah.
call it different names because the main breeder, Kevin McKelly, you know who that is, right? New England
No.
reptile distributor. Kevin McKelly, he's the one that he's the called godfather of the ball pythons. I
No, but
have
I'll
his
have to
book.
check
It's
him
this
out.
thick. Oh, if you don't know Kevin McCurley, you should never look at ball pythons. I I have his book. He's from Florida, New England reptile distributor. Kevin, I speak very highly of him. An intelligent guy. Watch all his videos. He's not about BS. He's all about truth, about the snakes, about loving them, why he keeping them, and he's been spending lots of money into them and bringing them
Right.
to the country. If he wasn't for Kevin, we won't never have some of these genes. Like look at my spider right there. It's the chunky, big.
Well, see, I was told that I needed to get a banana male to breed with my killer bee when she's big enough.
You want a coral glow? I got some heads for stuff coral glow, like head for this one is head for genetic stripe. It could be a pastel coral glow head for genetic stripe. And I did have a genetic stripe coral glow, which is right here. That's the guy on my logo, remember? No, not that guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, this is a pretty snake. This is a super yellow belly bob. Check him out. He's
Wow.
really pretty.
It is pretty.
Oh, he's got markings on him. Look like this one right here. Orange marking coming out of the side. Oh, check
Yeah.
out his tail. His tail is so purple and pretty. Look at purple and yellow.
So he's carrying those genes.
He's got so many stuff going on with them. Yeah, and his mom. Oh man. This is one of my babies. Hey. One of my babies right here. Let me see. Where did you go? That's not you. I'm messing up because I haven't not written down on the names on the snake. Oh, here is my baby. Okay, here. This guy is the one on my logo. He is
Yeah.
a coral glow visual G stripe. So it's a recessive coral glow. It could be a pastel too, but I'm not sure. I might plug him back to his mother, but not yet. That's the mom. Sorry, dude. Sorry. I might look. They're tiny. That's the mama. I might plug him back to his mom in like next to 4 or 5 months later, maybe. Not right now. He's a beautiful snake. I got few of them that's shedding. Let me see this one. You shed yet? No, this one's very beautiful, but it's shedding.
Got a tank leak on the tank.
What? Somebody won the Powerball 500K in LA.
Oh, nuts. I forgot to buy it.
It's not me.
What?
Somebody won it.
Well, I'm glad I didn't buy a ticket now.
I didn't buy one either.
Ticket for what?
The Powerball was I think it was 800 plus.
I'm still thinking about snakes.
Good, he's good. Let me show you this guy. So he's a nice snake.
I don't know why I didn't blow you up.
This is a nice one. He's been very happy. I've been plugging him into her, but I haven't been getting any good results yet.
That's too bad.
She's in shed right now, this one. That's why she's looking a little dull. She's in shed. She's more yellow. What's up, babe?
Do you ever put two of them together and they want to fight?
They won't fight if they're male and female. They will fight if this is the head for. Oh, yeah, no food. No. No. Don't. Okay, they are. Yeah. Yeah, like they're all hungry. I gotta feed them.
Yeah. He's hissing like, how dare you close it?
There's another one just like that one. So these are here pastel, 100% head for. That's one that's hissing too.
Can they know if they're a male or a female just by looking at each other really quick?
No, they can't. Oh, here's another one. Very beautiful. This one's I'm raising. Next few years, I'll be mixing it with the dad right here.
Okay, let me go to
The clown I just showed earlier.
Yeah.
And guys, listen, this is all for the frogs. Kids. I got kids. Sorry.
I'm going to show you this hide real quick. If I can figure out what I'm doing. Here we go. I hate to wake him up. Come on, Bubby. He's just 3 months old. Oh, he's not going to fall out. There he is.
If your snake don't eat for a week or two, it's okay. Just keep offering it, but don't keep the rat in there. If after so long, take the rat out. No?
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I just got. He's a super pastel pied.
Ooh, that is pretty.
He's a real sweet snake, too. He's really calm. He's not scared. He's just relaxed. He did like this an hour last night while I held him.
You really want to plug that into a coral globe.
Really?
Yeah, is that a female?
It's a male. I've got a
Bob,
female. I've got a female killer bee. I'm gonna get
you,
it out if I can get her.
Bubs, you don't have a female pied?
No, I
Yeah,
just
you
wanted him.
want. Go ahead.
He was such a good looking snake. Plus, the price was amazing, and I even got
Oh,
him down more. So there was no way I could not get him.
I see, I see. They're not that expensive, the males, but the females they
No,
won't go lower than $250, right
right,
around there,
right,
right around there.
right.
I'm thinking about playing with them, but you know why I never did? I like colors, and these
Yeah,
guys they all to me look the same. Little lighter, little browner, little whiter, little darker, but they all have that white patch, and just the top color will change a little bit. You
he's
never
got
get that nice colors on them.
he's got a lot of orange in him.
Uh,
It's a
like
pretty
somebody
snake.
took a razor and raised the snake, and
Hey,
Hey
buddy.
guys, I'm gonna go and
See
get
you,
my
Ed.
blood pill and eat a little bit of dinner with it real fast.
See you, Ed.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. No,
Bye-bye.
good
no.
night, Ed.
Take
Good
care,
Night.
night.
Ed.
There he's coming out. Here he comes.
Bob, I got a very angry beta microstoma male,
I
and
bet.
yeah, and his eggs are tumbling in a tumbler. I'm super happy on that.
See, he's even got a pretty head.
That's a pretty snake. You see,
But
when
I
I
wanted.
bought mine, I got ripped off on some things. And when you get so many bad experience, and you'll know like,
Right.
oh, all these ball python breeders are crooks. So I never was in it for the money. They all were in it for the money. Everybody bought a ball python. It was all in it for the money. Not ever like, okay, the bigger collection I'm talking about. Some people have like 200, 300 snakes.
Right.
They were never in it for who would want to clean stinky poop every day? Every day you gotta
Well,
clean them.
that makes me one, and I've got a cinnamon, and I've got two normals. That makes me only 5 ball pythons now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get any more. I got like what, 30, 45, I believe, right now.
I had a loose clip
44,
right there. I
45.
hope that's not bad news. I had a loose clip right there. I hope that's not bad news.
But the blizzards drove me crazy when I saw them this last Sunday.
Who did?
Yeah, prices are sick
Who drove
insane.
it crazy?
Like 400, $500 a pair, like that. Expensive.
Yeah.
Now some of the frogs go like that too, but I seen a price of a frog going for $2,000 for a dart frog.
Trying to blow it up, but it's not going to do it. She's super shy. And I don't know that she won't tap at me, but I'm going to risk it. I can't reach her. There we go. Come on, girl. She's a little
Tuesday
bigger than him. She's maybe 6 months old, I think.
I have to ship some fish. Oh, that's a pretty one. What is that?
You're over.
What kind?
Killer
What's that?
bee.
Killer bee. So it's a super
Killer
pastel,
bee.
super pastel spider. I have a bumblebee.
Yep.
Is that a female?
And she doesn't have it. It is. That's
That's
what I
a
want to
female
breed.
now.
Yeah.
The pied? The pied? You want to take the
No,
pied to that?
banana. I want to breed.
The banana, the
No,
banana.
banana. I want a banana for her. That's where I want the banana. but I'm not sure what morph I want yet. She's a lot prettier when she's out. The
You know, I
warm,
like
the
them.
warm hide is always goes in the hot. She goes in the cold one. All right, there you go.
I have
She's
an
a
orange
really
ghost
pretty
banana
snake.
somewhere too.
Her purple's trying to go to gray. Will. Got to get her eaten. They both ate Wednesday, almost 2 weeks ago. Does he have any blue-eyed Lucy's?
I got one. I'm not selling that one.
You have any Lucy, George?
I have one. I
I
showed
thought
it
you
to
did.
you.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Marie
You have so
wanted
many,
one,
it's
so
hard to
I made
remember.
one. Marie wanted one, so I made her one. And in the same clutch, there's one that Pam gonna get. So she's not just a blow-eyed Lucy. She's something else. I mean, it's a boy, I think, or a girl. I don't know. I haven't checked it.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Forgot.
She's not going to move around for us.
No, my collection's too small. I already know what I have. When I open it, I know what I have. I don't have like hundreds of snakes. No think that I have hundreds of snakes. I'm not a snake breeder like big time. No way. I haven't bred even last year or this year. Yeah, like just a small keeper. I'll never go big. Just because I got a garage full of fish tanks, never go big.
Right. The only other ball python I want right now, of course, but I want the banana, but I don't know which morph yet
Oh, so you
for
want a
her.
banana something in there? Something else.
Yeah, there's several morphs though, so I don't know which one I want. I've been looking.
Okay.
She's so scared.
Coral glow pinstripes, nice. Pastel pinstripe coral glows, those are nice. Yeah, it's so you gotta look.
Yeah,
She's
for
a
sure.
light morph. If you wanna mix, this is how I look at them. So there's a light morph and dark morph. So if you wanna make a lighter, wider, you bring in another lighter morph and put it in there. If you wanna make it darker, you bring in a darker morph and bring it and put it in there. If you want to give a design, there's designs that you buy and you put it into the snake and makes the designs on there. So it's up to you. You can make so many
Yeah,
different morphs. Yeah, like the pied,
yeah,
I recommend to coral glow female because, and then take a back breed them together again because the coral glow pieds are my favorites. Those are my favorites.
I've got three anoles in here too. There's two of them sitting there by her. I'm sure she's not interested at all in those, but they don't
Have
know
you
that.
seen red anole?
I wish she was. No, they're just brown anoles.
I know someone has red anole. What's his name?
I bet that's pretty.
Supreme Gecko. Same guy. I don't know if they have him available, but he looks like he has him on his website.
I need to go out and see what Wally's got out there. There's a big yawn. I put her over the heating pad there, see if it would wake her up a little bit. She
All right,
really
guys.
was under a cold
I'm
hide.
gonna
I was surprised.
get down and turn my grill on because we're gonna cook some dinner for our kids to eat. Later, Bob.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Thanks for
George.
coming up,
Appreciate
George.
it.
No problem.
See everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
And I will say good night.
Good night, everybody.